Up next, welcome to 2K Sports for an DA Jake.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Gordon out there with Jokic. Then there's Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard. And for Los Angeles, they've got Paul George. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Batum in at the small forward position. Now here's Gordon. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen. For both teams tonight, Clark, unbelievable talent up front.
Agreed. And, you know, in the trenches, in the paint is where this one's going to be decided. It's going to be won or lost there. And that's not something we say very often in this day and age with the three-point shooting, the small ball, the spacing of the floor, the pick-and-roll action. It'll be different tonight.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Murray outside. On the wing, Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big men. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Now here's Leonard. And he gets it to go.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Here's Jokic. Back to Murray. Over Beverley. Murray, no good. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game, and that one's good. Beverley.
Tremendous focus from the little man, Patrick Beverley there.
Here's Murray. The Clippers getting the bucket. Over Beverley. Murray finds Gordon, and he makes that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's George. Over Murray. And that one goes long.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It's hauled in by Beverley. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Batum inside the three-point line. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And that one's good by Porter.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. George passes to Ibaka. And again, no good by the Clippers. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 1. Releases from 15. Excellent D there from George. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. A three-pointer off the mark. Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Lob pass to Gordon. And it's Jokic missing. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Beverley with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. Off the left rim and out.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration too.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Leonard. Hits the jump hook.
You know, it's evident that Jokic is comfortable operating close to the rim. He's outstanding with his shot selection.
Pass to Ibaka. From deep, George. Denver grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jokic passes to Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
Beverly finds George. 46 seconds left in the first.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
They're running, and here they go. A pull-up. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Now here's Murray. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Barton dishes to Murray. Barton wide open. He fires. No good with the wing jumper.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
And there's George. That's good on the assist by Batum. George has got 5 points so far.
And George is very capable at knocking down difficult shots. I mean, because of his size and stroke and ball handling and his added strength.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
They've got Ivica Zubac. Jackson is out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Morris in at the 3 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Ball kicks to Morris. To the paint, here's McGee. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
It really balances out the backcourt when McGee is able to provide points inside. I mean, that's big.
Morris against Jackson. Crafty move. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Dozier passes to McGee. Back to Morris. Fires the 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Clippers leading by 4. Outside Jackson. Pass to Zubac. He kicks it to Morris. From deep. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Morris passes to McGee. Shoots over Zubac. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Outside Jackson. Shoots the 3. The shot off that time. And Denver the other way now. Here's Dozier. Good work defensively by Morris.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
There's the pass to Zubats. The dish to Morris. From deep. And Bull pulls it down. The Nuggets trail by 5. Millsap in the corner. A quick shot there, and it's off target. Morris with the ball. He's picked up by Millsap. Jackson dishes to Cousins. Knocks it loose. And is out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Big group substitution here for Denver. Outside Leonard. And stolen by Barton. Goes up. And Barton throws it down.
With the long arms that Barton has, he's an exceptional defender, and I think he does a nice job picking and choosing his spots to take chances.
George looking around. And George with the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And it's Gordon missing.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets making a change here. Porter's checked in. And here's Beverly. Leonard, that's for 2. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now Bart to the middle. That's good from Porter on the assist by Barton. Porter's got his second bucket.
Now you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
Beverly against Barton. Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. 3 seconds left. Here's Leonard.
And Gordon really a hustler at the defensive end. Always.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped. And that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. We've got Aaron Gordon. He's out there with Jokic. Porter is out there with Murray. And it's Dozier in at the 2-guard spot.
A top passer at his position, Jokic is consistent at moving the ball.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
The Nuggets trail by 3. Outside Gordon. It's stolen by Ibaka. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
And the second chance effort by Gordon.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Outside Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Millsap finds Barton. And the basket is good.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Pass to Kennard from deep three-point range. Zubac, the pass to Kennard. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling.
And can put the other team on its heels. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Outside Jackson. Kicks to Cousins. To the inside, Zubac. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
Boy, a very capable passer. DeMarcus Cousins does a solid job recognizing where to go with the ball.
Morris looking over the floor. Here's the lob to the hoop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Jackson with it. Guarded now by Morris. Jackson dishes to Cousins.
Really hard to deal.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in.
And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's Jackson with the drive. Lays it up off the glass. Jackson's got his second basket.
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
Jackson against Murray. Bull can't hit.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Kennard kicks to Zubac. Back to Kennard, over Rivers, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Murray, no good. Clippers leading by 5. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Drains it from beyond the arc.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
The three from George. It's not going to go for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Los Angeles leading by 8. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Out to Morris. At the top of the key, Cousins. 6 to shoot. Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And Barton throws it down.
Running with purpose. Whenever Barton gets a lane right to the rim, he's going to rise up with power and throw it down.
Beverly against Barton. Beverly the pass to Morris. Kennard for 3. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. That one doesn't drop. The Clippers go the other way with it. And the wide open shot from Morris. Great positioning on the putback. Zubac has got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Outside Gordon. Back to Murray. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And even at 6'5", that's not a giant by any means. Murray elevates high inside for these buckets. He's a high percentage shooter down low for sure.
It's the three-point bomb. Kennard's got 10 points here in the second half. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks, because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And yeah. Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Leonard against Gordon. Leonard dishes to Batum. Puts it up from 12. The putback. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Porter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Nicholas Batum.
You know, as a youth player, Porter's talent was undeniable. Unquestionable, really, but he suffered through some injuries. He didn't get a lot of time on the court in college, and he entered the 2018 draft with a lot to prove.
And great work at the line there to chip away at the lead. A few more productive trips here, and things could really get interesting.
Leonard the pass to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
To the left wing. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And another miss by Denver.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
George finds Leonard. Fires the three. Denver grabs the miss. Gordon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Outside, George. Pass to Jackson. Back to George. Beyond the arc. Jackson misses.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And that one is good. And now it's just a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
Boy, he is an all-star level talent for sure. Jokic, a safe bet in the clutch.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're up by 4. And 1:01 left to play here in the fourth. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Luke Kennard.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He told his guys, this is it. We need one final push here. Everyone working together. Let's go get these guys. He also talked about making smart plays with the ball. Kevin, you can't have any mistakes at this point of the game.
Hey, you know that George is going to take the shot when the game is up for grabs. I mean, that's who he is, and that's what's expected of him. He's an exceptional decision maker in these situations, which makes it even more obvious.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Kennard for 3. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. There's the triple. Jokic grabs the miss. And another fast break opportunity for Denver. Oh, what a finish!
My goodness. These are the moments we all think about as players. No fear taking these clutch shots because you've got a chance to be a hero when you knock it down.
Kennard for 3. No good there. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close one. Probably a little all right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Los Angeles, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Morris in at the 3, the small forward. Releases. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Leonard with the ball. George passes to Ibaka. Shoots over Nurkic, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And the feed from George couldn't be better. The timing, the placement, everything about that dish was pinpoint.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. And here's George for 3. Not going to go that time. And it's Portland the other way. Lets it go with the 3. Kicks it out to McCollum. Nets the corner 3.
This is who McCollum is. Someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hands.
Pass to Beverley. And here is Ibaka. Now here's Beverley. Out to Morris. Back to Beverley. Shot clock at 6. Ibaka dishes to George. And no good. Great D that time from Nurkic. The 3 from McCollum. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
And the cold start gets a little colder. Just 1 for 4 to start the game.
That doesn't go either for George.
A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Shot's good by Ibaka.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Offensive rebound. Giles kicks to Lillard. Nurkic, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, when you see the hard-working mentality of Nurkic, I mean, love how assertive he is on the offensive boards.
And there's the pass to Leonard. Rebound by the Trailblazers. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Gets an open look and hits. McCollum's got 6 points.
McCollum, he's a threat in transition. He excels at leaking out, and then he knows where to run in the open floor.
Beverley finds George. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Passes it to Nurkic. From deep three-point range, the Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 4.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
Now, here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Lillard again missing.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
George, no good.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
George against McCollum. And it's George finishing it off.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Bangs home the trifecta.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
George with no one around. George missing again.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Takes the three. No good there.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that rebound.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers in the driver's seat, up 8 points. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Powell. Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Collins comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Derek Jones in for McCollum. Clippers trail by 8. Kennard with the ball. Jones covering. Jackson passes to Kennard. There's the 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Kennard's got the first basket of the second quarter for Los Angeles. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Simons, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Simons has got his first bucket in this one.
Look, that's a nice play. You need low post scoring to keep your offense balanced.
Jackson passes to Zubats. Left side, Batum. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Outside, Jones. Pass to Powell. Inside, and Jones has it in the corner. The shot from the low post is good.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Kanter. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Pass to Cousins. Three-pointer. And Kanter pulls it down. Portland leading by 7. Powell for 3. Simons, the pass to Powell. Kanter. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. They push it up 4 on 3. Kennard for 3. Buries it from three-point range. Kennard's got 6 in the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. The pass to Simons. Now the feed to Collins. After a promising rookie campaign, a lost year for Zach Collins, he played only 3 games before the injury took away the rest of his season.
I mean, a strange year and a lost year for Collins. You could say that about the whole NBA for that regard. But Collins is underrated as a prospect outside of Portland. This team loves the energy and skill he brings, though, to the table.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Kawhi Leonard comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Now Lillard, following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. From deep three-point range, again the miss by the Trailblazers. Now the Clippers moving it up. Jackson's got the ball. And the wide open shot from Morris. No good on the 3. Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got 9.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Leonard looking over the floor. Passes it to Kennard. For the 3. Trains the three-pointer. Kennard's got 9 points in the quarter.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Lillard way outside. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Lillard's not going to let you get away with that. He wants those 3 points back, and he gets them quick.
Outside Jackson. Leonard with no one around. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And a deep 3 from Lillard. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Wow. Jackson has tremendous hops. We call those pogo sticks, especially how he just gets up so easy and takes it home.
Now here's Powell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Kennard's shot is off. Lillard from deep three-point land. Powell kicks to Lillard. From deep. Sinks the three-pointer. He's got 15.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all.
Carmelo, I know in this system.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. After 2 quarters, it's Portland out in front. They lead by 10. Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
The best work they've done is on the boards. They got a nice edge in the numbers, and it's got this lead. They would.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, the defense didn't do a very good job of staying connected to him. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the shooting guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Yeah, you see the athleticism George had on that dunk. It's so quick and explosive. Gets to the rim in an instant.
Good on the triple. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
George, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
McCollum passes to Lillard. Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. The shot's good. George has got 4 this quarter.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverley, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Three-pointer. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound in this one. From outside the arc, that one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Paul George. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. First minute and a half of basketball here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. From deep, George. Unable to get that one. And it's Portland the other way.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Stolen by McCollum. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Offline with his 3.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
McCollum dishes to Lillard. From deep 3-point range, Trailblazers keep it alive. Cantor finds Lillard. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for the Trailblazers. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
For the Clippers, Cousins comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Zubac subbed in for Morris. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Zach Collins comes in for Harry Giles. Powell, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Trailblazers leading by 9. The 3 from McCollum. Cousins pulls it in. And so Cousins will bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. Off on the layup.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Oh, great instincts, relentless. Seems like he's getting to every miss.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament, get more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. I don't want to be too hoity-toity, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, in the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity. Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. From deep 3-point range, and it's the Clippers with the rebound.
When D forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here. He's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Simons, the pass to Nurkic. And here's McCollum for 3. He's off on that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Oh, Leonard in position. There's 48 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. Hands it from downtown. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. This has done a lot for his shooting percentage.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Cousins, no one around him. Second shot opportunity. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hits it from 3-point range. Leonard's got 7.
Amazing floor awareness from Cousins. Skilled at spotting the open man.
McCollum outside. And stolen by Cousins. Here's George. Chalk up 2 there. 16 points for him.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way. They get a great look.
It's still anybody's game as we... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the power on that throwdown. Wow.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Here's what Portland's going with right now. Giles checked in for Zach Collins. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anferny Simons. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Jackson against Lillard. Pass to Kennard. Fires for three. Portland grabs the miss. Giles has got his 6th rebound on the night. Jones tries in and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And so Jones nails both of them. Clippers with the ball. 7-point differential. And the pass to Kennard. Here's the three. And it's Portland with the rebound. Cantor's got 4 rebounds in this game. Ferocious swat.
We don't talk much about his defense. I mean, Cantor has been much maligned for his work at that end. But he's been making a better effort.
Anthony, no one around. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Looking to end the run. And Kennard lays it in. Good.
And not just a jump shooter. Kennard is more than capable of doing real damage from the interior as well.
Lillard fires away from way outside. And the Trailblazers another 3.
And after a sensational first half from beyond the arc, he's not slowing down here in the second. That's his 3rd three-pointer since halftime.
Pass to Kennard. Launches it. Connects from 3-point range. Kennard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Adding to his 3-point total on the night. He had 3 in the first half. Now he's got his first one here in the second.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
The drive by Jackson. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Lillard against Jackson. Fires the 3. They get the rebound.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Clippers trail by 9. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
Right when they need it the most. Seemed like he's getting all his points from behind the arc.
They get it back. The shot's good from Cantor.
Yeah, plenty of power behind Cantor's inside moves. Helps him overcome whatever D he encounters.
Pass to Kennard. From deep. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's George in for Jackson. And really deep through that time. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for Portland.
Leonard is as tough as there is to contain in the pick and roll. He does a nice job of using the screen to get a little bit of separation.
Outside, George. Back to Kennard. Lets the three fly. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
The three from George. It falls. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore, people.
Lillard way outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Oh, and he quieted down the crowd with that shot. Big, big play.
And that was a punch in the gut to those fans.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh! Tell us how you really feel
about that finish. Whew. And I like the anticipation of George on the glass there. A veteran sense of where the miss is going.
Lillard fires away from way outside. So the Trailblazers win it. A narrow win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You beat. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the side.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Marjanovic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Los Angeles, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Batum in at the 3, the small forward. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Leonard.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Porzingis passes to Doncic. Tries it from 19. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there. The defense better tighten up on the mid-range there. Much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And yes, it's good.
Porzingis playing with some heart now, never giving up or into the defense, muscling through that difficult shot.
George passes to Leonard. Back to George. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Richardson, no luck. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Ibaka. Misses off the left iron.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Now the Clippers moving it up. Pushing it up. Leonard, no luck.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. From deep, George. It's rebounded by Dallas. Fast break, Dallas. Doncic leading the charge.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Passes it to Ibaka. To the middle, Porzingis with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Doncic.
Love the fast hands of Richardson there. Always active on the defensive end, using his length and constantly prowling for steals.
George from deep three-point land. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Doncic with it. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
The deep 3 from George. 40 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Ibaka, no luck. Dallas leading by 7. Richardson finds Hardaway. Here's Doncic. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Doncic has got 8 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's George. And George with the stuff.
Paul George is aggressive. Look at his eyes right now, focused on scoring, and he sees the open path and gets right there.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Here's Beverly. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Pass to Kennard. Fires from deep. No good on the shot. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basket. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Jackson is out there with Kennard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Cousins in at the center.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. Clippers trail by 7. Outside Jackson. That one falls.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Kleba against Zubac. Here's Doncic. And the layup is good. Doncic has got 10 points.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Now the pass to Kennard. No good from outside.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And Redick kicks to Kleba. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Kennard against Redick. Kennard, the pass to Zubac. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Fires top of the key. The shot by Kleba, wide open. That shot off. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Kennard against Redick. Kennard's shot is off. Mavericks leading by 5. Redick finds Brunson. Back to Redick. Over to the wing. Here's Kleba. Buries it down low. Kleba's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, "We can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop." Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Kennard for three. And another three for the Clippers.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Doncic looking it over. From deep three-point range. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And Dallas with a change here too. Cauley Stein's checked in. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Lock at 6. Here's Powell. Misses from short range.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Cauley Stein up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Outside Leonard. Back to George. And Batum kicks to George. Ibaka. It's good on the putback.
And the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Beverly against Brunson. Count it.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
George looking around. This one for 3. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 12 points and 2 rebounds. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on... And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the court for the Mavericks. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5.
Like how Paul George right now is reading the defense like a Sunday paper, has a good feel as to when to fire from distance.
Doncic, no good. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
11 feet out, and he hits it. Doncic has got 14 points.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
George dishes to Ibaka. Back to George. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. A shot by Batum, no good. Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Hardaway with a wide open look. It's good from long range. And it's a 5-point Dallas lead.
Well, that's a rhythm shot, and when Tim Hardaway Jr. finds that kind of rhythm, he becomes a much more solid offensive option.
Shoots from 14. The Mavericks pull it in. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Porzingis passes to Richardson. Shoots it up. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. LA's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doncic kicks to Richardson. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Kawhi Leonard, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Then for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein comes in for Marjanovic, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And one part about Josh Richardson's game is the speed factor turns on the jets when he's taking it to the rack.
On the wing, Jackson. Back to Kennard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Kennard's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Brunson, good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Clippers trail by 6. Jackson kicks to Kennard. Zubac the pass to Kennard. From downtown, it's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Richardson, and another basket for Dallas.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Now Jackson. Pass to Kennard. Now Zubac, guarded by Porzingis. Morris passes to Cousins. Back to Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Mavericks leading by 8. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Jackson. And it's Kennard in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Jackson has the open look. Drills the three-pointer. Jackson's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Clippers. Now here's Brunson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
It feels like he can take on anyone on the inside. Hardaway Jr. loved the aggressive attitude there.
Doncic is checked in for Jalen Brunson. Hardaway hits them both. Clippers trail by 7. Jackson with it. Passes to Kennard. From the arc. The shot, no good. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Richardson gets a wide open look. Rebounded by Jackson. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks making a change here. Marjanovic is checked in. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Kennard against Richardson. Good on the shot.
He was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
LA's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Jackson looking it over. Kennard for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
So for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins. He's checked in for Zubac. Leonard comes in for Morris. And George is subbed in for Kennard. Doncic kicks to Kleba. Pass to Marjanovic. Over Ibaka. Marjanovic, no good.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Patrick Beverly can do that in close, finds a way to get that one up, and you know he likes to score. It doesn't happen a ton, but he loves it.
Beverly against Doncic. Lays it up off the glass. Doncic has got 20.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
Leonard against Hardaway. Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, this is a battle-tested young player. Leonard's willing to put the team on his back when they really need a bucket.
Trying to get open is Marjanovic. Clippers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Leonard the pass to Cousins. From deep, George. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Richardson. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. Doncic against Beverly. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
Kennard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Some padding here on the free throw line. Some good work.
Outside, George. There's the pass to Kennard. From past the arc, it's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Hardaway. It's a hand on it. Porzingis on the foul. Porzingis has got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
You know, tough to match up with the length of Porzingis, and when he's floating around there, sometimes those rebounds are going to come up, and he's just too big to not get some.
Pass to Kennard. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Hardaway for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. And now a 12-point Maverick lead.
And clearly we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Mavericks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
That's a 2 from Kennard. And again, no good by the Clippers. To the inside, and the dunk by Doncic.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight. I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Burke, the pass to Melly. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Clippers. And here's Kennard. Here's George. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's Finney-Smith. Dallas, no good that time either. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. It's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Batum in at the 4 slot. And for Denver, Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Porter in at the 2. Now, here's George. And they pick up 2. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Here's Leonard following the basket by Jokic. Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Jokic finds Murray. Back to Jokic. That 3 off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Nobody near George. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got 5 now.
You know, Batum is not just a scorer. He's a really good all-around player. Very effective at finding the open man, too.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, way to play and attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia, Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey. But as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
On up the court, Leonard the pass to Ibaka. Tips it. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, you can't forget about the long arms of Batum. I mean, I want to see him be more active on the offensive glass because he's capable.
Murray the pass to Jokic. And that one drops. Jokic has got his second bucket.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Now here's Beverly. Here's Ibaka. Porter pulls it in. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Banked in off the glass.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Now here's Leonard. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Over in the corner, Beverly to the right side. Ibaka, and it's Ibaka again missing.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
And it's in there.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Leonard the pass to Ibaka. Denver grabs the miss.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. George against Porter, and the shot goes in.
When PG-13 is feeling it, he can be an absolute monster from mid-range.
Murray outside. Pass to Jokic. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Bank shot, no good.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
All going up court. Here's Ibaka. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And this is where Ibaka is becoming a little more savvy. Just catches the defense off guard. All they can do at that point is foul.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. Bull the pass to Morris. Bull with it. Stolen by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. Kennard for 3. Martin with the rebound. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Morris. Can't get it to fall. Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver Nuggets. He notched 8 points. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Ibaka is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And there's Jackson. And it's Morris in at the small forward position. Here's Jackson. Denver able to drain the 3. The pass to Kennard for 3. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
Now here's Barton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. 6 to shoot. Millsap has the open look, and it's off from three-point range. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
And the Clippers making a change here. Cousins is checked in.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Martin with it. And here's Millsap. Now Barton. And he banks in the layup.
Barton doesn't back up now. He really takes on challenges. Even when you rough up Barton, he's going to fight through contact and make it hard for you.
Now here's Jackson. Passes it to Kennard. Jackson kicks to Cousins. Kennard for 3. Kept alive. Great positioning on the putback.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Pass to Millsap. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. Millsap passes to Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Kennard on the wing. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Yeah, you know, Cousins, I think, is sometimes underrated as an offensive rebounder. That guy can get some putbacks for you.
It's Bull, top of the key. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Pass to Dozier. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. And here's Millsap from the arc. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And now the Clippers on the break. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Now here's Millsap. Back to Morris. Five on the clock. And it's off the back rim. No good. And the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. So both teams changing it up here. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's George missing. Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Porter kicks to McGee. Outside Gordon. And there's the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Batum, and it's Jokic missing. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Last year, 90%, and he was right there among the best in the league with that percentage.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
And that'll do it for the first. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were always within striking distance. 5 points was the... And...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
JaVale McGee is out there with Jokic. And there's Gordon. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Murray in at the point. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Here's Murray following the score by Serge Ibaka. And Murray, here we go. And it's Murray with the jam.
Nice to see Murray take it strong to the rack. Pretty good finisher he is inside.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. And here's George for 3. And Jokic with the rebound. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, It is something to behold.
Murray, the pass to Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Porter's got his second basket of the game.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Leonard. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it's Murray with the jam.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
Here is Ibaka. The three from George. Drills it from outside. George has got 13.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Now here's Leonard. Gordon kicks to Jokic. Over Batum. And Jokic slams it in.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
George looking around. Beverly against Murray. And that one's good. Beverly.
And that was a strong pick. Ammonia strong by Ibaka.
And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. For the lead. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Murray with the defensive effort.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Kennard's shot is off. For Denver, they've gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime.
Millsap doing a nice job there reading the defense and makes a nice slick pass to burn the opponent.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Morris outside. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. In deep. Drops in the layup for 2. Morris has got his first basket.
And the powerful frame of Morris, difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
Martin's checked in for Michael Porter. Morris against Jackson. Kennard for 3. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Morris outside. Count it, good. Here's Kennard from deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. 3/4 of play in a close game here. The clip. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, they've got Kennard. Paul George is out there with Morris. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Beverly in at the point. Pass to Cousins. Good defense by Jokic.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Here's Bull. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bull's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for the Nuggets.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Jackson against Morris. Now, here's Kennard. Back to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. And they double up Jackson. Here's Kennard. That shot is off. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Goes up on the high post. Cousins pulls it in.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Zubac.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
Now, here is Morris. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Morris against Jackson. Pass to Zubac. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Now, here is Morris. Bull dishes to Morris. Denver passing it around. Bull can't hit. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. JaVale McGee comes in for Bull. And Murray subbed in for Monte Morris. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Morris. Paul George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
McGee, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Porter's checked in. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Beverly finds George. The tray. He can't hit that time. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And it's clear Porter is a gutsy guy, someone who enjoys taking and making huge shots for his team.
And that one's good, George.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Wide open look here for Murray. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Los Angeles leading by 3. 1:24 left in the game. Beverly with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. There's the dish to Leonard. The 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. McGee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Jokic. Pulled the shot a little in, but the bounce goes his way.
How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
Leonard against Gordon. Leonard the pass to Ibaka. And Cousins kicks to Leonard. And the three off target. And it's the Nuggets ball. And here's George for three. Poked away. Pass to Cousins. Murray against George. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
Huge turnover at really the worst possible time. You have to value every possession, especially at this stage of the game.
Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Luke Kennard comes in for Patrick Beverly. Now here's Murray. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Money!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And here's Leonard. The pass to Kennard. Off target from downtown. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And Murray has a full package. I mean, he's a deadly shooter and a surprisingly good penetrator, too. A terrific guard.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now.
And the Clippers call time here. They're behind by 3. Just 2 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbounds, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
For the tie. Oh, he had a chance there to send it to overtime, but they come up empty-handed. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do. Soaring high above the Willamette. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Morris in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Giles is out there with Nurkic. And it's Anthony in at the small forward position. Good. Indoors tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
Now Beverly, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Ibaka, no luck. Now Lillard. From deep three-point range, it's rebounded by Leonard.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Here's Lillard. After the Clippers pick up 2. Nailed from three-point land.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep 3.
Ibaka drawing the double team. Morris kicks to Beverly. Pass to Ibaka. Beverly. It's good on the putback.
Anytime your guards can contribute on the backboards, it elevates your team. Nice board by Patrick.
Lillard from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by George. The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Leonard attacking.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this thing.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Lillard again missing. Clippers have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Morris finds George. From deep. That one doesn't go. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Lillard way outside. Lillard again missing.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one. Well, being aggressive and assertive, the big man snatching the rebound.
Now here's Lillard. The long distance 3 is good. Lillard's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Trailblazers. Ibaka dishes to Beverly. Back to Ibaka. Kicks it to Leonard. Lots of room. It's good.
What a smooth-looking release from Kawhi Leonard. Doing work in the mid-range. That is his comfort zone.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard from deep three-point land. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Boy, Patrick Beverley, what a pleasure this guy is to watch. The level of competitiveness, the commitment to the defensive end. Man, he can raise the team.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Collins comes in for Harry Giles. Norman Powell's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Now here's Beverly. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Los Angeles with another miss. Down low, Simons. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Stolen by Collins. And now Portland on the break. And the dunk by Powell.
How about the strength and explosive nature of Norman Powell? This guy excels at absorbing contact.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Jackson's checked in. Portland shooting their first foul shot of the game.
Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. And a wide open look for McCollum. Rebound by the Clippers.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Kennard's shot is off. It's McCollum with the drive. That one good for two.
Boy, I love seeing Cantor distribute the basketball. If you're open, this guy will find you.
That's a two from Kennard. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Clippers ahead. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked.
I know that when the main guy,
he's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
They've got Collins, also Enes Kanter out there. Norman Powell is out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. And the dunk by Powell.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. There's the pass to Kennard. Zubac's with it. He's guarded by Collins. Jackson against McCollum. Here's Kennard. Second chance effort, and it's Zubac laying it in.
Well, just it's easy to say. This guy wanted it more, creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. Here's Simons. Kanter kicks to McCollum. And the layup's good off the glass. McCollum's got 4 points this quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Kennard for three. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 4 rebounds in this game. McCollum, it drops for his third basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
If there's a weakness in your defense, McCollum will find it. Reads the floor exceptionally well.
Now, here's Kennard. Tight defense on him. Batum attacking, and it's blocked. And here they come. Simons, the pass to Collins. It's McCollum on the wing. To the paint, here's Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Well, this is Enes Kanter's comfort zone. At the rack in a hurry.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Kennard kicks to Jackson. Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Batum. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
McCollum outside. Off target with his 3. LA's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And the call. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Leonard with the steal. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Jackson passes to Morris. Got a piece of it. Powell with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Anthony leading the charge. Lillard misses.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Kawhi Leonard, still one of the hardest working players in the league. Active on the offensive glass there.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers. George against Powell. Yep, that one goes. George has got 6 points.
Yeah, you have to respect the focus of Paul George, not letting the defense alter his shot.
Lillard surveying the D. Morris against Anthony. Over Morris with the tip. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Yeah, after a first quarter where they struggled from long range, they've really started to get it closer to the basket.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to George. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. 8 points for him.
But you love how Paul George gets his feet under him first on these catch and shoot. His pre-shot routine is so important.
Lillard misses. Left side, George. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Trailblazers lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every year he's been in the league. Guys, as he gets... And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Paul George. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Ibaka in at the 5.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Lillard against Beverley. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Ibaka comes with the double team. Lock at 6. Here's Lillard. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
Major props to Lillard there. Terrific focus to get hit on that shot and still deliver.
George, no good. Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard, right side. Paul George with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Drops in the tray off the fast break. George has got 13.
Well, the three ball has become one of the best attributes that Paul George brings to the table. Great form, great touch.
Beverly against Lillard. Here's Anthony. Back to Lillard. Kicks it out to Jones. 6 to shoot. Lillard attacking. Nurkic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Just a load. I mean, at 7 feet, Nurkic also moves well, and that combo gets him to the line a bunch.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Collin comes in for Derek Jones. And it's Simons in for Lillard. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Mann's checked in. Nobody near George. His three-pointers off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 4. The Clippers grab the miss. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That one's on Anthony.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Collins comes in for Harry Giles. Powell, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for the Clippers. Lillard with the bucket.
A guy who spaces the floor, but also willing to attack the rim. Lillard has confounded the defense all night.
Outside Leonard. He kicks it to Beverly. The 3 from George. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Lillard, the pass to Collins. Back to Lillard. From deep 3-point range. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Lillard finds Kanter. A minute 20 left in the third quarter. Lillard from deep 3-point land. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Lillard's got 11 points here in just the second half. Beverly deciding where to go with it.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
And the dunk by Powell.
This to me is where he can be lethal. In fast break situation, Norman Powell's speed's a problem.
Now here's Beverly. Outside, George. Back to Beverly. Kennard for 3. They grab their own miss. Cousins on the follow.
Let's remember that a 7'6" wingspan accompanies the frame of DeMarcus Cousins. Somebody might want to box him out.
Lillard from outside. And another 3 for Portland.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
George passes to Zubac. 16 seconds left in the third. That one wide left.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
Count that one. And it's a 7-point Trailblazer lead.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Kennard for 3. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for the Trailblazers, Nurkic is out there with Anthony. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point. Simons. Wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
We know this about Robert Covington. He is a team man first and foremost. Pretty pass.
Ibaka with the ball. And here's Jackson. The three. Kennard's shot is off.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
Covington wide open. He fires. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Covington's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland. Now here's Jackson. Not a lot of room. Kennard for three. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And guys, this has got to be more of a team effort. Right now, he's playing all for himself.
And the basket by Jones.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To the middle. They need this. Shots good by Ibaka.
Well, a little bit of assertiveness from the native of Congo. Serge Ibaka has the green light.
Simons surveying the D. Outside Covington. Anthony on the wing. Trailblazers moving the ball around. On the wing, Jones. Just 5 on the clock. And that one hits back iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
For the Trailblazers, Giles checked in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Jones. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Out to Morris. Jacks up a three. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Lillard against Beverly. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Launches a three. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Clippers trail by 10. Morris inside. Covered by Anthony. Leonard no luck. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Lillard fires away from way outside. From deep. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. Jackson passes to Leonard. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back with an in-your-face stop. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Kennard. Fires the three. Portland grabs the miss. Kanter's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Lillard way outside. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 31. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. It's a 13-point game. Pass to Leonard. Trying to get open is Ibaka.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Trailblazers.
And, guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lillard.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Kennard for three. Sinks the triple.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The dish now to Ibaka. Jackson kicks to Ibaka. Kennard for three. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. Lillard misses. Now Kennard. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
And a deep three from Lillard. Misses there. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Even early on in this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it. Porzingis and a power forward. And the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered at the point guard position in particular. Much more scoring expected than in decades past.
Well, I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feels secondary. Yeah, that's a shot most guys are just not even going to take, but Leonard is confident in that range.
Doncic looking it over Beverly. Marjanovic finds Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
Outside Leonard. Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. The three ball. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Porzingis lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, you want Porzingis, especially with that kind of size, if you're the coaching staff, to go in and dominate on the glass. Do something on the interior. We're seeing that now.
Now, here is George. Here's Ibaka. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Doncic dishes to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Wide open look. The shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
No, Cousins just sensing there was going to be an opening and then found his man.
Doncic outside. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's George. Here's Beverly. Cousins inside. Guarded by Doncic. It's rebounded by Doncic. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Hardaway. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Hardaway Jr., a great athlete, spotted a seam there and just attacked the defense.
Josh Richardson's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Luka Doncic. The Clippers also changing it up. Kennard, he's checked in for Cousins. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Kennard's shot is off. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis finishing strong that time, no doubt about that one.
Jackson finds Kennard. .152 left here in the opening quarter. Can they get it? Got a piece of it. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. The Clippers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Paul George. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Richardson doing a great job in transition. Has good speed. That time accelerates in the open floor.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Zubac kicks to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. 5 on the clock. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul called.
Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Richardson the pass to Finney-Smith. Knocked away. Now the Clippers moving it up. And Morris throws it down.
And you see Morris aware of his surroundings, getting a good jump down court.
Brunson against Jackson. They get it again. Kicks it out to Richardson. 35 seconds left in the first. Here's Cauley Stein. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Trailing by 4. The Clippers again turning it over. Mavericks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Brunson the pass to Richardson. Back to Brunson. Goes up on the wing. Dallas no good that time either.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's Dallas up by 4. And we'll get... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Batum is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And there's Jackson, and it's Cousins in at the 5. Dallas leading by 4. And Doncic, here we go. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Jackson dishes to Morris. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Porzingis is coming in for Jalen Brunson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Zubac is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Here's Porzingis. Rebound by the Clippers.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Doncic outside. Shot from free throw range. Nice jump shot. Good. Doncic has got 6 points.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
Now the pass to Kennard. The three-pointer no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hardaway is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Here's Hardaway. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Well, the talent for Porzingis is off the charts. And the 7'3" Latvian has some incredible post moves, a lethal jumper. Just keep pushing his talent envelope.
And the Clippers making a change here. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Mavericks leading by 6. Doncic outside. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Shot clock at 6.
and certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Porzingis against Leonard. Over Porzingis. Here's Ibaka, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Doncic with the bucket.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
George passes to Leonard. The tray. Outside, George shoots the three. The three-pointer is right on target. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
That's a really nice stroke. Paul George set up nicely. Great release. And big-time shot there.
Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Over Beverly. Outside, Porzingis. That shot, no good. Ibaka with some nice D. Clippers trail by 5. George, that's a two-pointer. It's rebounded by Doncic. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Marjanovic with it. George picks him up. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Porzingis. Richardson, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. There's 18 seconds left in the first half. Finney-Smith passes to Brunson. It's good. Seven seconds left to play here in the second quarter. From deep, George, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's down. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the opening. Thanks for joining us, folks.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Maxi Kleber. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. Kleber finds Doncic. From 17 feet out. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Doncic has got 12 in the game.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
Doncic outside, inside. And the dunk by Doncic.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Dallas leading by 7. Here's Hardaway, and there it is for him. 7 points in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint. Right
side, George. From deep. Here's Beverly, and he uses the glass on the layup.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. Pass to Hardaway. Here's the 3. Doesn't go for him.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And here's George for 3. They get the rebound. Cousins on the follow. And now just a 5-point Maverick lead.
Brute strength right there as he gets to the inside and scores.
And here is Doncic. He's got 14. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
You know, a lot of times we talk about good passing, but accurate passing is a huge quality of a good pass, and Leonard did it there.
Doncic passes to Kleba. Passes it to Marjanovic. Makes it off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Back to Beverly from the arc. It's rebounded by Doncic. The Mavericks have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him. Yeah, Paul George, look out. Hammers that one home.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond. And you know the coach's challenge was tried out in the G League for a few seasons. And I think it's a great idea. It helps provide a way to get certain types of plays looked at that otherwise wouldn't necessarily trigger any sort of replay review.
You know, Greg, I think the league doing a great job at continually evolving. Replay review has been pretty well received across the board, and everyone trying to do their best to make sure the calls are as accurate as possible. Pass to Kennard. Fires the 3. Leaps for it. Mavericks with the rebound. Doncic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Brunson, good.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
The pass to Zubac. Kennard for 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Here's Jackson. It's rebounded by Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th rebound in this one. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got 8.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Kennard with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Doncic outside, and so it's Dallas in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball in zone. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, we've got Reggie Jackson, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Kennard in at the 2 guard. Jackson passes to Kennard. Buries it from 3-point range. Kennard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the 1st quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the 2nd and making them pay.
In the corner, it's Richardson. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Jackson's got the ball. Pass to Kennard. Oh, good on the triple.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And Morris subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. The drive by Jackson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Runs in the pass to Porzingis. Let's go. And that one comes up a bit short. Clippers trail by 9. Kennard for 3. Hits it from three-point range.
Just a little bit off in the first, but he's been anything but that here in the second quarter. Really impressive to see him turn it around like that.
Passes it to Marjanovic. Now Doncic. And Brunson has it in the corner. Shot clock at 5. And it's Doncic missing. The Clippers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Batum wide open. He fires. And a miss there on the triple.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Jackson looking it over. Kennard on the wing. And stolen by Richardson. Here's Porzingis, the fast break chance for the finish. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis out there and hustling in transition to get the nice finish.
Outside Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance. Brunson. That shot no good. Clippers trail by 8. Pass to Jackson. And the layup falls.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Jalen Brunson. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Richardson. Doncic with the bucket.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
George against Hardaway. Mavericks leading by 8. On the wing, Hardaway. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Outside, Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Marjanovic. Cousins pulls it in. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
Doncic outside. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. And contact on the... And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. And so here are the Clippers. From deep, George. And it's Melly with the rebound. And an intentional foul right there.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Here's Rondo. And the shot goes down.
Can't guard Rondo lightly. Even from inside, he's capable of finding a way to get to a shooting window and score.
Off target. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the